Hey everybody, I'm back at TFcon Toronto 2023 with a very, very special guest, Blackarachnia herself, Venus Terzo. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great, thanks.
It's always a pleasure to see you at these cons. I love your work, and I'm going to get a quick shot of your table here, starting with your 8x10s. Your awesome mugshots here. It's great. A lot of live action work, of course. We all remember you as, I believe it was Detective Angela Cosmo, if I'm right.
On Davinci's Inquest,
Davinci's
yes.
Inquest, yes. And the spin-off too, I think, right? Was there a spin-off too?
Yes, we did a year, of City Hall. That's right.
Well, Venus is here because she's so well known for her excellent, iconic character, Blackarachnia. She was also the princess, Princess Lana?
Princess Lana in Captain N and the Game Master.
Right, exactly. So Mega Man and Simon Belmont and all those characters. Nintendo was so huge in the early 90s, late 80s, of course. That must have been a huge show. What was it like to work on Captain N and the Game Master and all the Nintendo hysteria?
That was incredible, and I didn't know what all the hysteria was about because it was my first cartoon show at the time. But we had a lot of fun. It was a learning curve for all of us actors because it was our first time in the studio recording for cartoon shows. But we had a blast. I got to work with a lot of great people, and to this day, really enjoyed the work.
Excellent. And I know you've been answering questions about your famous Beast Wars Blackarachnia character, and I think everyone's asked all the questions about Beast Wars and working with Sue Blue and auditioning and working with such a great cast, Gary Chalk and everyone like that, and David Kay, of course. Talking a little bit about Jean Grey, who was on X-Men Evolution. The show was mainly focused on Rogue and Kitty Pryde and other characters, so I wish we got a bit more Jean Grey on that show. But what was it like working on X-Men Evolution?
That was a lot of fun too. We recorded that in the same studio at Ocean Studios that I had done my first show, Captain N and the Game Master. So it was like going home. It was a comfortable feeling, and again, a great group of actors that I got a chance to work with.
Excellent. And one last question for you, Venus. What inspires you? I mean, what inspired you to become an actor in the first place? Like, what was it that got you the acting bug?
Well, I remember when I was really young and we were watching our Saturday morning cartoons, during the commercial breaks, they have a lot of kids on doing commercials with toys, and I turned to my mom and I said, "Mom," I said, "how do I get into that TV? That's what I want to do. I want to get in there." She laughed. Anyway, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to pursue this. Went to theater school and then moved to Vancouver. Got an agent, and the rest is history.
Absolutely. You were also on Arrow as well as Dr. Schwartz.
Yes.
And I believe they, spoiler alert, but I believe they killed off your character in the Crisis crossover.
I think they did.
I think so too.
But that was a cool character to play because she was kind of under the radar but knew their secret, right? And treated them when they got injured. And again, another great group of people to work with. Stephen Amell was great, and the rest of the cast was awesome too.
Good gig.
Yeah, great gig.
So we see you all the time and popping up in different shows and different places, and we love to see you and hear you, of course, your voices. Is there anywhere online where people can follow you or find you? You want to put any socials out there or anything?
Well, I do. I do have Instagram, Twitter, Threads. I just got onto Threads.
Okay.
I'm not very active because I'm older, but that said, I will do my best to try to be a little more proactive and get on there more often and post.
Great. Well, follow Venus Terzo wherever you can. And we're Facebook friends already, so,
Yeah.
so we're good. I'll tag you in this interview if you want to.
Awesome.
I
Yes.
don't want to tag people too much, but I'll tag you. And I thank you so much again for coming back to TFcon Toronto, Venus. You are awesome.
Thank you. Bye.